There we are.
Good morning, everybody.
Boy, are you energetic this morning? That was
I
loud.
feel better. I'm sorry. I feel better than I did yesterday.
Good morning, good morning. Who we have in the house so far?
We have Amy.
Amy, our good friend Amy.
Yes, never ending saga. Good morning. Alexis, good morning. No Money G. Good morning. Hey, there's that bargain effect person in chat.
Screw him.
Kelly Picker, good morning. Lisa C. Lisa C, good morning. I didn't know what to say to that. Good morning, Jennifer Hayes. Thank you for joining us on a beautiful Friday morning.
Right? Actually, we got some pretty nice weather today, too. Finally, the rain has gone.
Yeah, but let's keep our fingers crossed the rain stays away.
I don't know. I kind of want the rain.
So you can work?
Yeah, I'm more productive when it rains. When the sun's shining, I want to be out on the lake.
Oh, cool.
Good morning, Mel.
Good morning, Mel.
Morning, John, Joe.
Good morning, good morning.
Not John Joe, but John and Joe.
Yeah, good morning. That's Vintage Garage, the family floops. Happy Friday, everybody.
For sure, for sure. So.
And I have coffee today. I didn't have coffee yesterday. Maybe that's why I felt icky. Oop, I think I just got your notifications.
There we go. So,
as
I said on Wednesday, we're going to talk a little bit of eBay today. And I appreciate any feedback anybody's willing to give. Let me drop a link here.
Good morning, Dan M. Yep, let the sun shine. Woohoo!
Lisa says, yay, eBay talk. Okay, so I took the last week and kind of reevaluated eBay. I think everybody pretty much knows we have two stores. We have the Bargain Effect store, which is what we considered our big store. And then we have the Prince by TBE, that is the decals and the mugs, that we're going to kind of get away from the mugs and just do special order on mugs because the decals are what's selling.
Yeah.
And the decal part is actually starting to really pick up, and I've been paying a whole lot less attention to my big store. So what we're going to do is we're going to downgrade from the premium store. Actually, I already did the downgrade and go to the basic store. So I'm dropping from the 1,000 free listings and the $50 shipping, quarterly shipping stuff, and drop down to the basic, which is only going to give me 250 free listings and $25 in quarterly. And then I lose some of the automation and whatever with the subscription, but that's okay. Like the auto feedback, I think, goes away, and you lose a couple of things.
Yeah, I'm still learning all that stuff in the back half. But I don't want to say the other way.
A couple of reasons that I decided to do that is, one, it's summer, so I don't want to spend all my time in the dungeon listing items that I pick up for $1 and I sell for $15. I don't want to do that no more. I don't want to sell thousands of items at $10 a piece. We're going to downgrade my store, make the most of my listings, and instead of having a bunch of listings and selling quantity of lower value items, I want to sell less items at a higher quality. I want to have 250 quality listings instead of 1,000 mediocre everyday items. I think that's how I'm trying to say it.
Like replenishables and stuff like that.
Right. If I can sell one item, say, purchase it for 20 and sell it for 100, I'd rather do that than list 10 items and sell them at $10 to make 100.
That makes sense to me.
Right.
But I listen to you talk all the time about it.
So yeah, I'm dropping the one store down to the basic store. Instead of having 1,000 mediocre items, I'm going to go with
Good
250 or so, good quality items. I'm going to search more for the higher turnover items.
Joe says that's a great strategy, Tommy.
Yeah, I figure, if I can do less work and make the same or more money, why am I doing that? Why? And what I'd like to work on is finding replenishables. If I could eventually load the store with 250 replenishables where I'm not listing, all I'm doing is restocking, that's ultimately what I would like to do.
Because it's so much easier that way. So much easier that way.
Ooh, let's see if we
had a
can
knock.
get Miss Amy's input. Good morning, Amy.
Good morning.
You brushed your hair.
I did, but it's
I figured her camera's off, so she's still a hot mess.
always a hot mess. That has nothing to do with my hair.
Okay, so John, Dad's Vintage Garage says, so what's the plan? Oh yeah, I always feel like I can do that. What's the plan with all the nickel and dime stuff? I'm in the same boat. What my plan is on it is, it's already listed. So I'm just I've been liquidating it out. Like this weekend, I'm running 30% off. I'm taking offers. I wanna get it out because I want to free up the store space, because as of June 1st, the basic store kicks in, so my listings will be down from what I can list. And then I'm going to utilize a lot more of Macari. I'm not saying that, because I'm weak when I go to a rummage, and like we picked up those coffee mugs and we got them for $1, and I did the research on the Dunkin' Donuts and what was the other one? The White Castle mug, and they're worth like $20. So I'm a sucker. If I can pay a quarter for something and turn it into 20, I'm gonna do it. But I'll probably utilize more Macari for that, since the listings are free. There's not a limited amount. It doesn't cost me anything to have it on there. And instead of selling it for 20, if I could throw it on Macari and sell it for 15 quick, I'm done.
I like Macari.
I'm tired of listing $10, $15 items and sitting on them, trying to squeeze out that extra buck or two,
Yeah.
So I'm moving towards the faster turnover, higher profits. If I can buy something for $20, say it's worth 160, but it's going to take me a month or 2 months to sell it, I'd rather sell it for $100, $120 within a couple of days, so I can go and reinvest that money. I'll take the $40 less to move it now, because that $40 that I'm going to make, I could turn over many, many times.
Joe says more work on the front end, finding those items, but a lot less work in prepping and listing stage. Exactly.
Yes, exactly. So, and it's more work on the front end of finding the items, but that's the part I enjoy, is the hunt. I don't enjoy the cleaning and the testing and the listing. So, and the pictures.
That's why we have kids.
So the less that I have to do with that, the better. And if I can increase my hunting time,
yeah,
even better. I don't mind driving around wasting gas and hitting flea markets and rummage sales, and because we're all driving around anyway. So there's a flea market, there's a rummage sale, let's stop, there's an estate sale. And I'm also switching over, instead of doing all the thrift store hunting and jumping from thrift store to thrift store, I'm utilizing more online auctions.
Okay, hold on one second. What does utilizing mean?
Making more use of.
Okay. I just want to make sure, because he keeps saying the word and I have no idea what it means.
This way, I can sit on my couch, I can sit on my porch, I can sit outside on my phone with the laptop, I can sit on the toilet, and I can source. And then, if I'm going from it, buying from an auction, I know when I get there what I'm picking up. When you go to a rummage sale, you might not get nothing. You know, there might not be anything there worth your while, or you end up with all these can't pass up this 50-cent piece that I'm going to get, like I'm talking about the $15 for, or this quarter piece that I can get $10 for. I buy the stuff at an auction. I go there, I pick it up. That's all I'm getting.
Good morning, Robin. Thank you for joining.
Just I'd say split up your time, organize your time to a certain amount of time for online, another amount of time for thrift stores, another time for in estate sales, things like that. Because you'll still find better deals,
Right. Right.
So,
you're definitely going to find
diversified. And it sounds like you got to switching up your business is always a good thing. Shake things up.
It's like, it's like I can go out today. We do have to go to Goodwill because we bought something yesterday and then they had a bunch of it and we decided, well, we want more, so I'm going to go buy out what they have left there today.
Let's just say,
but
it's awesome.
But and some of it's for personal and some of it's for resale.
Yeah.
But it's something that it's going to be one listing and I'm going to sell through tons of it. So I don't mind doing. I don't mind making $10 on an item per item if it's one listing and I got 50 of them to sell.
And you bought it for a quarter.
Right. Yeah. In this case, it'll be $1 and I'll sell them for
$10.
About
$9.99.
But
yeah, you just be more selective of what you're purchasing.
Exactly.
Instead of limiting yourself to, okay, I got $300, $400 I'm going to spend on stuff. No, instead of that way, just limit yourself to 4 items or 5 items or however many you want, and just that many, and those dollars fit those 4 items.
Right.
And so flip it still you get your 30% flip or your 60% flip, and do it that way. See what
I'll give you an example. One of the auctions that's here that I'm watching now, I just bid on something and I think I'm going to get it because the auction's almost over. It closes today and it's only at $20. What it is it's a router, a sewer router.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm paying $20 for it. I know I can flip it locally quick for about $170.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to go in that route. Now I could take that same $20 with me to Goodwill today and buy probably 6, 7, 10 things and maybe or maybe not pull that same 160 out of it.
Right.
And spend a lot more time doing that.
Good morning, Brittany. Thank you for joining.
And I agree with Lisa.
I cannot see the chat, just so you guys know, because I haven't figured out how to link my phone to the computer so I can use it.
Why do you have to link your phone to the computer?
Because there's not a webcam on the monitor.
Oh, she needs a webcam.
Oh.
I have a game. Okay, so I don't know what I'm talking about when I say this, but I know my fiance plays some kind of Connect thing on the PlayStation, and he had the camera. But I don't know how to set that up either.
Okay, I have a PlayStation camera, gaming camera. There's a way to use it. I had it hooked up because I had to test it. You can hook it up to your computer, but what you need is a emulator driver for it. I don't know if I still have it on here. I can tell you exactly what it's called.
You're talking.
I need a. What did you just say to me? Are you cussing at me? I don't know what you just said.
Drivers are software programs that tells a specific external piece of equipment how to run.
I understand that language. Whatever Tommy just said, I have no. It went right over
my
my head.
I translate back and forth.
Sorry.
He thinks everybody is computer geek, and no. Good morning, Derek.
I know I have it. I
Somebody
downloaded.
says,
I'll be able to send it what you would need to be able to
Is it
use a
that one?
PlayStation cam. Where?
The one that.
No, it says PlayStation something.
Greg says, unlike me, Lisa C., I despise going to yard sales, estate sales, bins. Flea markets, I don't mind so much. I'm the oddball out. Yeah, I love estate sales.
Yeah, I do too.
Did I tell you?
That's where you'll find the
Did
big-
I tell you what I did? I bought 21 comic books and I spent $28. I know nothing about comic books, just to put that out there. I just know that my kids like them. That's it.
Yeah. Buck
I
10
sold.
piece is the worst case. Yeah, you entertain your kids. Yeah.
I sold 3 of them for $30 each.
Well done.
That's awesome.
And I still have some, the ones that my kid didn't say, I want these. I'm like, I bought them for him anyway. And he's like, no, sell this one. I don't like it. I don't like this one. And then the third one is like, I'm done reading this one. I don't need it anymore. I'm like, okay.
Good morning, Robert. Good morning, Rebecca. Them flipping critters are in the house.
Them flipping critters.
Robert said he was talking in geek to you, hotness. Yeah.
You know, you can jump on eBay and you can grab one of these little Microsoft Cinema cams. I think we paid like $10 a piece for them.
I don't remember.
But she's on her phone. Can you hook that up to her? Is there a Bluetoothable one?
I have a computer. Tommy sent me one. I just don't have the camera and the mic part for it. That's why I can't use it yet.
Oh, is it a? Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, but you can.
I've been using it. I just can't get on lives.
The Cinema HD cams, which they're not bad cameras at all. They're not as good as the C920, but let me see something here. I can show you the quality. And like I say, I think we paid like $10 a piece on these.
And he's got it all tangled.
I do. I have.
Greek, not geek. Oh.
It's really tangled. Unless it's plugged in the back, maybe.
I don't know.
Oh, neither.
I don't know what you got going on down here.
I don't know. Don't you know?
How do I invite myself?
Mute one of them.
Yeah.
I did it before. I just don't know how to do it. I don't remember.
I don't know what he's doing. I can't see nothing. He's got this crap off over here. There's camera.
Peddling profits. Good morning, folks.
Good. Where's the other one?
I don't know, honey. Let me look.
I have 2 of these. Oh, never mind. Here we go. I got to plug it in. But anyways, while I'm doing this, I love rummage sales, kinda. I mean, it's okay. I hate the getting in and out of the car and then drive a block and a half and then get out of the car and then there's crap there and then get back in the car and then drive around the corner. I hate that part of it. That's why I like the flea markets.
Whoa, you changed over your mic to the other one, and man, your other mic sounds a hell of a lot better.
Does it really?
Yeah.
See,
that one sounds like you're right up on top of it, and it's.
I was. I was holding it in my hand.
Well, no, just sound quality was the other one was better.
So the sound quality is better on this one?
No.
I
don't know. I think the other you're a different tone. I think the previous one was better. What do you think, folks, in the chat?
All right. So the quality is better on this one.
No. Try it again.
Quality better on this one?
No, not that one.
Well, these are.
There's
that one.
A second
there you
one.
go, right there. That one. This one's better. This
all
one
right,
is perfect.
This is actually
the other one had too much tremble.
Tremble?
Yeah, it was like way all the way up. Treble.
All right. And then this is the life cam.
I don't know what he did. I'm all confused.
I just switched over my camera.
Videos and use this video camera instead of that video camera. But yeah, that one's not bad. That's not bad quality.
Good morning, Justin. Good morning, Two Hip Chicks.
They are only a 720 versus the
1040.
The 1080, which this one is.
It needs to be cleaned.
Yeah. Plus, it probably needs to be cleaned.
Because I look blurry.
You are blurry.
You just have not had enough coffee yet.
Right. But that's
everything looks blurry to me. Are you kidding? Even this election's looking blurry.
But you can grab these up, Amy, for like $10.
Mm-hmm.
Just type in Microsoft Cinema webcam. And then, according to James, the audio is better on these, so that's kind of cool. My audio would probably be really good if I'd hook up my Snowball.
Oh boy!
But I have so much USB stuff and not enough cords. I got to order like a bulk of USB cords because I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 printers down here, different styles, and I got one of our vinyl cutters down here, so I'm short on USB cords.
Thank you, Joe, for joining us. Have a great day.
I was going to ask if you have a RCA jack to HDMI.
RCA to I don't believe so.
Okay.
I do not.
I have a DVD player to hook up to a smart TV, and the RCA jacks. There's an issue in trying to run those with sound. There's no loses sound. So,
yep, that I don't have. I mean,
it's this thing right here. That thing.
Okay. I mean, I can take a look. I have a box of wires. I just don't recall having one.
Yeah, it's
yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
RCA, and then it would be an HDMI, but I had that Type 2.
Hey, I just saw one of those at Goodwill.
Did you?
I think so.
Well, if we see it today, we'll grab it.
Yeah.
So it sounds like Derek's going to have a pretty interesting auction tonight, 6 p.m. That would be Eastern time, right, Derek?
Mm-hmm.
It's going to have jewelry, toys, comics, sports cars, and electronics. I like electronics.
Oh, boy. I'm trying to keep up with chat, but he's not making it very easy.
Well, you have a little chat over here. I'm not touching.
But
There's 2 chat screens here. This one
I
I'm not
know,
touching.
but I can't go up. I think I missed somebody in chat. I don't think
2 hip chicks.
I said good morning to her.
Justin?
I said good morning to him. I feel like I missed somebody. Oh, Peddling Profits. Welcome.
Good morning.
I knew that.
Oh, Robert's back with us?
Yes. He said Greek, not geek. And I read his comment and it's. Why do you have deodorant on your computer down here?
Because it was stinky. It's a dirty little computer.
I think I lost the lid to it.
No, it wasn't on. So this is what I do with either deodorant I don't like or that gets to the point to where it's not really any good. I just take the cap off, bring it down in the dungeon, and use it for air freshener.
There you go.
But it was
instead of, you get that part where you just can't use it no more. So why not use it up and let it?
I didn't know it was even down there.
That way you can breathe in all the aluminum that's in that crap.
Well, that's yeah.
You can get Alzheimer faster.
Is there aluminum stuff in there? I mean, bad aluminum?
Word.
Yes.
Oh, this chair is very uncomfortable. So yesterday we were at Goodwill, right? And we saw this really cool. What color was it? Blue or green?
Purple. It was like a blue, like a seawater blue.
Okay, so it was really cool. I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. But the seat of the chair was actually made out of ties.
Yeah, it was like an old wicker style seat,
Mhm.
you know, that probably rotted out or whatever. But yeah, they used ties. They weave ties together and made the seat part for it.
It was comfy.
It was actually pretty comfy and felt a lot more durable than I would have thought. I thought it would have felt, you know, like it would tear or something. But it was strong and it was pretty cool. They had all different colors. And...
Yeah, because Tommy was like, I wonder what that is. And I got down. Oh, I'm closer to the seat of the chair than he is. So I kind of bent down a little bit and I was looking, I'm like, those are ties. And he's like, no shit. And I'm like, yeah. And I flipped the chair over and sure enough, they were tied at the bottom. And yeah, it was really cool.
It gave me an idea because I have a bunch of ties here that aren't worth anything. You know, they're just little cheap ties that I picked up in a bulk from our thrift store. And I'm like, that would work on lawn furniture. That, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. You get those plastic lounges where some of them crack, you know, after a while in the sun.
Right.
Just use those, reweave it. My mom had got a whole roll of that webbing and took all of our aluminum folding chairs, you know, our camping chairs, and rewove them, and they were just like brand new. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember my dad doing that when I was a kid. He went and he got the little pop rivet gun because those are like pop riveted on. So he had to drill the old ones out and then put it on and repop. Yeah, and it takes those old aluminum chairs and makes them brand new.
You guys keep saying a word I can't say.
Aluminum.
Yeah.
Aluminum?
Yeah, I can't say
I
that
can't
word.
say it either.
How do you say it?
And what's the other word I can't say? You were gonna...
Global. She can't say global.
Global.
Yeah.
Global.
Can't say that word.
She sounds when she tries to say it.
What's that?
How does it sound when it comes out?
Say it, honey.
Global.
Blue ball.
I can't say
Blue ball. Okay.
And I've tried. I've gone slow. I've gone fast. Can't say the word.
Can you say glow?
Glow.
Ball.
No.
Because
Because I'll murder it.
Can you say ball?
Ball. But
Ball.
I can't say them together. I can't say.
Not bowl, not bowling, but ball, like basketball.
Guess I can't say that word either.
Basketball?
Lisa says her sister has a headboard made out of woven ties.
Oh, that's a really good idea.
That is pretty neat.
You have the ones that Dad gave you, and then the ones that we have left over that we found after the auction.
Yeah. So back to the eBay topic a little bit. Just wondering if anybody in the chat if they've ever did that, if they ever switched up, like from either going from trying to go with less high dollar items, maybe you switched into doing more quantity at lower profit because it was just harder to find the high dollar items, or if you went like what I'm doing and you went from having the big store and you downsized, and what type of effect you found. Did you?
No Money G said that he.
I seen that he's practicing the lower quantity, higher value.
Now, do you have one account or two accounts right now?
I have two accounts.
Okay. And they're both stores. They're premium accounts then? Yeah.
No, the Prince by TB, the decal store is actually only a starter store.
Yeah,
okay.
That one's mine.
That you get the 100 listings. And then I just downgraded from premium to basic, which is going from the 1,000 free to the 250. And that kicks in on the first. And the reason I chose now to do it is because as of June 1st is when I'd have to renew my subscription at the yearly price.
I would if you have one as a store, your main thing, I would keep that as your store, your one that you pay for. And then the other one, I would drop that down to one of the free accounts. Because you get free listings. And
Right.
then
It started out with free.
The reason I went to the basic or the starter store
The starter.
is because I wanted the seller hub.
Mhm.
And you don't have that if you just have the account. And I
Really?
like the
Wait,
seller hub dashboard.
You don't get that now? Okay, that's news to me. I didn't know that. I don't have a store, and I do have Seller Hub, but I guess that's because I grandfathered in.
Maybe because we couldn't get seller hubs because she just started out with just the free account. And she got the 50 free or whatever it is, but there was no access to seller hub.
Yeah.
That sounds like a software issue only. That's a mess up, a glitch, because you have to have access to it to sell.
Well, I mean, it gave you a dashboard, but it didn't give you a seller hub dashboard.
Yeah. It was weird.
Yeah, you can downgrade and you'll still have Seller Hub. You have to be able to sell. You're still an account. You get free listings. So, and yeah, I would suggest go downgrade to just a free account on one of them.
I mean, the starter store is only like $4.95 a month or so.
I wouldn't even pay that. You don't need to. Well,
I like having it set up the way it is personally because I can list more. And
you do get some benefits with the store, but
yeah, and
I never really saw a benefit to have one.
And having the two identical dashboards between the two stores makes it a whole lot easier.
Mm-hmm.
Because when we opened up the second account, man, it's been so long. I was lost. I was like, what the hell kind of eBay is this? Because it's totally different.
Yeah,
and that's what I learned on.
What are you giggling about? What?
Because that was what I learned on, and I had to show him how to like navigate through it. And he was like, nope, nope, not doing it. It's too confusing. And I'm like, really? I'm like, boom, boom, boom. And then because of helping him with creating drafts and stuff in the big store, when I first started the other store, I was confused at first as well. So I knew what he was going through.
And I can't remember what it was, but there was a main reason I upped.
So that
there was a feature I wanted that you had to have a store.
You can go on vacation,
sales
or sales.
Yeah, it was sales.
I think it was the sales.
A lot of people talk that up, about, hey, you can price this up and put it on a 30% sale, and it goes down here, and you'll actually pay a couple pennies more, but they'll buy more and all that. And yeah, so if I was selling items that were unique, they're antiques and things like that. So it's not, I have 250 widgets to sell. So having a store really didn't make sense to me in having sales. If they were going to find my item, they're going to find my item.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But, and yeah, take everything and all the tips that you hear, and then just figure it out yourself, whatever works for your way.
Right.
So, try it out. If it doesn't work, give the store back the next month.
Yeah. And that's another thing too. Honestly, like I say, I've been neglecting what was my bigger store at one point. It kind of degraded, and I think I'm like at 200 active listings in it right now. So I'm like, why am I paying for the 1,000 if I'm not even using them? So I downgrade, and then if it starts building back up to where I need those listings, I can always upgrade. I already did the math on it. Unless I'm going to have more than 400 items in my store, I'm better off paying for the basic and then paying for each additional listing up to 400 items before I'd hit that mark. Where now it's hard.
Yeah, because you can calculate it out, to where you can make those 400 last for the whole month. So
right,
you should be fine. Yeah, try it out, see how it works.
So unless
there's nothing to do
unless I'm having great luck at finding tons of items that are in that profit margin that I'm looking at, I think I'll be all right.
Yeah.
Plus, it's summertime, man. I don't want to sit in my basement all day listing shit.
He wants to go fishing.
I want to go fishing. So if I can list
Well,
less, make the same money and fish more and clean product and list product less and ship less product out.
A lot of people forget about, that's why a lot of us got into this industry was to free up time, not to make a fortune. We were in this to, well, shit, if I can make the same amount of money by working or not working, I can go shopping and sell a few things online. Well, hell, I'll just do that.
And that's cool.
It's lucrative until people just started working 70, 80, 90 hours a week, chasing after that dollar. And then you get burnt out. And people, so I always kept in my frame of mind, I'm doing this where I can have a 4-hour work week.
Never switch back.
4 hours a week. That's it.
Can we do that, please?
Yeah.
You want to turn off that one?
So there's no problem on downsizing and making what you need and having the quality time of life, living a quality life. There's a lot to be said for that. They're muted and froze. No, they're just muted.
I got to unplug the other camera or get off the other camera. Yeah, that's exactly it. When we first, I've always been a reseller and a hustler, but I used to be like a street hustler, I bought shit out of the bar, resold it in the bar, stuff like that. But when I decided to take it business wise and actually go legit, get tax IDs and become a registered business and get my seller's permit here in the county and whatever. So, now my address is actually classified as a commercial address. Even though it's a house, it's still commercial residential. Mm-hmm. And when legit, it was like, okay, I can work for myself. I can make the same money. You don't have to work 40 hours a week. And I'm making fun of my buddy that's working 40 hours a week. And it's like, now I'm working way more than I ever would have worked at a 40-hour job. But I'm free.
Yeah. When I started my
later, Rebecca.
Catch you later.
I became my own boss. And
James, you're breaking up really bad. I didn't hear probably 60% of your last statement.
Wow. Am I better? Is it better now? Am I back?
Now you're better. But yeah, it got real choppy.
Real choppy.
Storms outside. I said, yeah, when I had my own business and I opened up my own private investigator company, and I worked for myself. I was the biggest dick of a boss there was to myself. And I worked myself to death. And yeah, it was 85-hour weeks, and it was just tough. So, but yeah, when you work smarter and less often, you got to keep that in mind of what your goal is, because that can change as time goes on.
Absolutely.
Sometimes it should, sometimes it shouldn't. So,
yeah. John, Dad's Vintage Garage says we're in the same boat. Basic store, 196 listings and lots of stuff to list. A lot of the 196 has been listed over a year. Need to clean out. Yeah, and that's the stuff that I have. A lot of stuff that's been here since the beginning of time. And it's like I don't want to deal with that no more. But a lot of it,
by purging it and just throwing it away.
Right. A lot of it was, what we're going to do is we're going to take the kids over to the flea market, and because we have a storage unit we got to clean out too, and we're going to set them up at a table, and I don't care what I get for it, because if it don't sell there, it's going to the thrift store, and they can sit there and they can sell through a weekend, and we'll split the money with them 50-50.
Just don't rebuy what you give them.
Yeah, he's done that before. Just saying.
I have to. Yeah. Yep.
You know, but yeah, a lot of the stuff that's been here for a long, long time, like since the beginning, was stuff just bad purchases. You know, when I didn't know to pay attention to the sell through rate, when I didn't know seasonal type buying and selling. You know, you just comp it and look at it and be like, oh, well, this sold, you know, for X amount of dollars, but you're not realizing that, yeah, okay, but that's what's sold in the last 60 days. Doesn't mean it's going to sell within the next 60 because you're in a whole different season now.
Yeah.
You know,
but you did a lot of research before you started, or you decided to start doing, or, you know, work listing on eBay. And I think it was like 2-3 years that he did research, and he still does research every single day.
Oh yeah, everything's changing. Trends are changing. Prices change.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I might have to jump off here. I'm having internet technician come by to hook up internet.
There you go.
All right, awesome.
And your internet will be flowing.
Right?
Yeah, I finally broke down, decided to get some internet hardwired. So
there you go.
But, there you go.
Have a good day, everybody. I think, again, on words, I think, go ahead and try it. And if it doesn't work, you can always go back next month.
Exactly. That's how I looked at it. Meanwhile, I'm going to save some money on that store subscription.
Right. Much love, James. Thanks for joining.
Absolutely. Okay.
No money, G.
It took me years to research saving money for my current reselling situation, knowing cash flow, why I went to the in-demand, high-profit turnover items.
I pay way up to make
more
way up. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
What did you tell me the other day? That the only thing I have left, or there's only like 2 things I have left to learn, and then I'd be a reseller.
Well, you are a reseller. I mean, but no, I didn't say that you'd be a reseller. Just 2 things that you need to learn to where you would be totally like on your own and self-sufficient is to learn how to work the sales and the promoted listing, which both are very easy to learn.
Yeah.
But everything else you got down, you know.
Yeah. Even though. Except
for making the tubes.
Yeah, that's your job.
for the bigger decals, but.
Yeah, I watched him make the tubes for the big decals, and I was so lost. I was like, nope, that's crazy.
Greg says, I'm nowhere near where I want to be or could be. Yeah, me either. I am nowhere near where I want to be or I know I could be. And the thing is I don't think I ever will be, because every time I get close to where I know I could be or where I wanted to be 2 years ago, my desire becomes bigger, so I never reach.
Yeah.
Like I never get to a point to where it's like, okay, I made it. I'm here. I'm happy. I'm content with what I'm doing, because once I get close to that point, now it's time to make it bigger. And you know, okay, go from making in the very beginning happy at a $10 profit to now I want to make $30 profit to nope, now I'm getting at $30 profits. Now I need to get to $50 profits. And now I'm at the point where I want to make $100 profits on items. So I never really get there, you know.
Are you still there, Amy?
Yeah. I'm just listening.
So I think in this business, if you're doing it like as a business and not
a hobby,
you know, I don't even like to just say hobby, because there's people that aren't doing it as a full-fledged business, but they are doing it more than just a hobby. You know, they're still doing it to help pay bills, you know. And if you're doing it because you need to pay bills or whatever, it's not just a hobby, you know.
Right.
But I'm talking like where it's your sole income, it's your sole livelihood.
So like in between,
like you got to do this or you got to go get a job. There's no no other way about it,
Right.
you know.
Lisa C says, do people think with employment situation now, resellers will have more competition now?
I'm not sure what she's asking.
You think that because
Where there's so much unemployment?
I honestly don't think so.
No, I mean, I think it will affect and become competitive for the resellers that are just getting started, the uneducated ones, or the resellers that don't want to do their research and get their education to be always become a better reseller. I think those are the resellers that's going to hurt. I don't think that reselling is going to be in danger, especially in the online world. I think online reselling is still in the infancy. I believe that online is going to become pretty much a way of life. More and more people are purchasing, which the more people that purchase, it's going to take more sellers. It's just, all these people out of work too, they jump on YouTube, they watch people, and they're like, ooh, especially when they watch the people
that are giving false information,
the channels out there that are like, oh, you can make all this money selling on Amazon, and the course sellers basically.
Yeah.
And they make it sound like it's so easy. A lot of people that get into reselling also drop out of it or don't do it to the best of their ability because they find out, wow, it's almost easier just to work a regular job.
Good morning, Key Lime Kisses.
So it's going to get harder for I think the flea market flippers and the rummage sale flippers. I think it's going to be harder and more competitive for them people because you have more people out hunting, but a lot of these new people out hunting don't know how to hunt properly. I guess is what I'm trying to say, because they are so new. And only I think out of every 100 people that say, oh, I'm going to become a reseller because I watched Rockstar Flipper or Raking Profits or this guy selling on Amazon, I think out of every 100, probably if you go 2 years from now, only 5 of them might be successful in it.
But the key to
because people don't have the stamina to do what it really takes to be successful.
Right, but the main key, the most important part about reselling is do your own research. You can watch so many different people, get their input and learn from them, but you still have to do your own research. Otherwise, you're never going to succeed. You have to do your own research.
Right.
So, but that's just my 2 cents. Sorry.
Okay. So Dinomac just came in.
Hello, Dinomac.
And he asked if we could start over because he just came in. So sure. Here we go.
Good morning, everybody. Oh, I was loud, wasn't I?
I was going to restart. Nope, you'll have to go back and watch from the beginning. Nobody's going to want to see that all over again. But thanks for coming in.
Right.
I don't trust anything anybody
says on YouTube. I use it as a start, then find out. See, exactly.
Exactly. That's the exact same way I am. I listen to a lot of YouTube. It's on most of the time here. I don't take anything anybody says to heart. Like if oh, here we go. Tommy, I'm gonna use you for an example. If Tommy tells me free shipping, 100% watches is the only plan for business, I'm not gonna be like, yep, that's the motto I have to go by, and that's exactly what I'm doing. I better do free shipping. No, if I never heard that before, it might inspire me to research the pros and cons of free shipping, and then I'm going to make my own decision. But
Right, right above Lisa C said, even among the people I watch, I see a lot of people saying crap like it's a fact, and it's so wrong.
yes,
It is.
yes, like the guy that we were watching yesterday. Tell me, you gotta do free shipping and free returns. You have to, or nobody's going to buy from you. Where I went from free shipping to buyer paid shipping, and I went from free returns to 30-day buyer paid returns. And when I went from the free shipping to the paid shipping and I adjusted my prices accordingly, I did not notice not a lick of decrease in sales. Nothing. When I went from free returns to buyer paid returns, the only decrease I had in sales is about the amount of free returns that I had.
Mhm.
So to me, I look at it as I came out ahead. If I'm eliminating those free returns from the people that actually return with bullshit reasons, I'm ahead because now I didn't waste the money of the shipping going out and the shipping coming back. So I used to feel, oh, you got to do the free returns to get the boost, and you got to do the free shipping to get the boost. But yeah, I had a touch more sales, but I had a whole lot of returns. I went from, I think, almost 4% returns down to, like, I'm down. My return is like 0.2 or something.
Yeah,
It's
it
not.
went down
It's
big
not
time.
even 1%. It's like 0.2% return.
So much smoke gets blown up everyone's asses. Yeah, for sure. I will agree with that.
Yeah, there's so much misinformation out there,
Yeah.
and like Lisa said earlier, they talk out and they talk like it's fact,
Mm-hmm.
and it might be fact for them, but that doesn't mean it's going to be fact for Lisa, or it's going to be fact for me. It can totally. What?
Oh, it looked like that said 4.
Oh, it can totally be dependent on what you're selling, and
Mm-hmm.
you know, it's yeah.
I like what Dawn says. There is no one size fits all in reselling. You have to do your research and do what works for you. Exactly. Exactly.
Every time I hear that, it makes me think of Craig. Oops. It really does, because he used to say that when we did the show in the morning with Craig. He that was his answer to everything. It's not a one size fits all. I still think it's still Craig's man.
But he was being honest. He was being 100% honest in that. At least that's what I feel. And I'm sorry, I'm not trusting someone who is selling on a platform for a year being an expert. Right? Yep, exactly. Exactly.
And a lot of this, I don't know. It just kind of aggravates me. Like, people like Rockstar, he drives me fucking nuts. Casey just drives me nuts because he gets on there with this big, I know everything there is to know, I am the eBay god type person, when he's just really a CNN of YouTube for eBay. And he wants you to buy into his courses and all this crap. And in the beginning, when I was watching him, he is one of the reasons I got into reselling on eBay, because he made it sound so luxurious and simple. And there's things that I suggested to him that he was like, no, 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 no. And then 2 months later, he's backing it and making it look like his idea. So, fuck Casey.
Oh, honey. Breathe. Breathe. Woosah. Woosah.
Oh, he still pisses me off.
Okay.
With that shit.
Woosah.
But anyways, he spills a lot of shit too. And there's a lot of people like that get out there and blow shit up to make it because they're trying to sell you something. They want you to buy a course or a pamphlet or a book or join their Patreon groups. And
what does it say? Oh, we lost Amy. Amy, we lost you.
she probably left because she likes Rockstar. And she got mad at me.
Will you woosa already? Will you woosa? Woosa. Put yourself down and woosa. I want to see you woosa. Come on, woosa. Thank you.
All right.
Okay. That's the dangerous part. It's never I think or I believe or what I do is. It's like it's a fact.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's a little blurry.
Yeah. And yeah, that's what it is. And me, I can only tell you what I do. I can tell you what works for me. And I can also tell you that what worked for me 2 years ago doesn't work for me now, because things change, times change, people change, the way of marketing changes.
She just called your butt out.
What?
I have no idea who Rockstar is.
Oh.
And she's crying laughing. I saw another one up there. The only thing, okay, the Tommy B. Yep, the only things that are facts are fees. The algorithm shit is all placebo, and what we think. What does that say? Effects?
Yeah.
It's blurry.
You gotta put your glasses on.
They're out in the truck, so I have them in the truck when I'm driving. Greg, I bet you buy all the Bolo lists too. Hi, Mel. 2 hip chicks. I'm working on your order now. Sorry, was in hospital most of the day yesterday.
Oh, man. I got heartburn. I take a heartburn pill.
That's because you drank coffee and then you switched over to your Dr. Pepper made with real sugar.
I don't know. I'll look and see if I can drink that shit.
You should do a non-sponsor sponsor.
I was
with your Dr. Pepper.
I was listening to Tommy and Tracy last night. Actually, it was Tommy and Krillin at the time, and he was talking about that blood diet, and he was saying how he gets tore up by acid reflux.
Yeah, after eating bread.
And man, I can get acid reflux. I can drink water and get heartburn. So I started looking into that blood diet thing you were talking about. I gotta check more into that.
Peddling Profit says, I can't tell you guys how many times we have researched one item and found many other items to resell. People need to research everything. Yes.
But people don't want to. That's why I say a lot of the ones that get into reselling, they just don't have the stamina it takes to make it successful because they don't want to research. I mean, I belong to a lot of these forums, eBay forums and stuff. People don't want to do the research. They want to post a picture of something and say, what's this worth? Dude, you have the same app and the same ability and the same Google. You have Google. I have Google. I have a phone. I can check comps. You can check comps. People don't want to do it. They want other people to do the work for them. That's why I say I think 5 out of every 100 that try might become successful.
I'm going to butcher her YouTube name again. Is that you?
Junk?
Yeah, Junk Trader. Highlight her comment.
Okay, I'm trying to, there we go.
She says, at least Casey's group, he lets comments stay and doesn't shut them off / down. Another group I'm in that has a YouTube channel, and he censors the comments so bad and shuts them down nonstop. Annoying, LOL.
Yeah.
I've gotten kicked out of groups.
Yeah, I have too.
That I've started.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't hate Casey. I just don't think Casey's trying to be a reseller anymore. I think Casey's trying to be a mentor. I don't think he's actually trying to be a successful eBay reseller. I think he's trying to be a successful eBay teacher.
Mm-hmm. Those who can't do teach.
Get paid for teaching.
Who are Tommy and Tracy?
who are,
I think he's being sassy.
I don't know if he is or not. Are you being for real, Dynamac? If not, Tommy, drop your link in here, man, for people that just don't happen to know who you are. You can check you guys out.
I agree with you on that, Tommy. I don't say much in the group that shuts the comments. Yeah, you have to be careful. Key Lime Kisses says a couple sips of pickle juice will kill the acid too, Tommy.
Pickle juice, well?
I don't think you've ever tried. We've tried the baking soda one. He does the baking soda one, and woo-wee. Within a minute, it's loud in the house. I'm just saying he is pretty open in his group, and I appreciate that. Yeah, and that is one thing.
Yeah, I don't like groups that shut comments down either. I mean, unless they're getting like downright nasty and vulgar, I don't think there's any reason to shut them down. You know, let people voice their opinions. Oh, he lurks at Tommy Tracy at work. All right, he knows who they are.
I knew he was messing with you. It's the vinegar and the pickle juice.
Jennifer was on top. I usually, you know, if my heartburn gets so bad, and I mean, there's times it gets really bad, and I'm on prescription
heartburn meds.
Yeah, heartburn meds, whatever. I was trying to think of the name of what it's called, but and sometimes that don't even work. And the only way I get a little bit of relief is warm water and baking soda. Like a tablespoon of baking soda into like 2-3 ounces of warm water, and then.
Yeah, my mom actually told him about that 2 years ago, because my dad he gets heartburn real bad, and that's what he does. And I was telling my mom about how he gets heartburn to where it wakes him up in the middle of the night and he can't go back to sleep. And she's like, well, have him do this. And we've been doing it ever since. Yeah. Did not know about the pickle juice. We'll have to try that one. Maybe that won't be so gross.
Yeah, I agree with John Trey. I wish Tommy would do a show at an old lady time, like 7 p.m. Me too, because by the time they come on, I'm like getting ready to lay down or already laying down. Me and Des will turn them on for a little bit, and then it's like, okay, time to close the eyes.
I do have to say, Mr. Pickles last night was rubbernecking because we had it up on the big TV, and he heard Tracy's voice, and Mr. Pickles was going like this. He almost fell off his cage. He loves Tracy, absolutely loves Tracy. And because we haven't had them up on the big screen in a while, yeah, he almost fell off his cage. He was hooting and hollering and whistling at her, doing the wolf whistle at her. He does. He loves her to death.
Let's see.
I will, Amy.
What he said.
Who? What I missed?
I don't know. I'm trying to see what I missed. Because nobody says that's just my personal opinion. Everyone likes different people. I got that, but I didn't catch what his opinion was, what he was talking about.
So be going,
that's what I'm looking for.
Maybe he likes Casey the Rockstar Flipper. Maybe that.
Well, a lot of people do,
because that's around the time that you guys were talking.
And I do still turn them on from time to time, especially if there's like an eBay change or notice coming out, because he's usually the first on top of it, and he actually goes through like the
breakdown of the news.
Yeah, that's what I say. He's like, I shouldn't say he's like CNN of eBay, because he's not fake news.
No.
But I mean, I do watch it for that when they got a new change or the seller updates or something are coming out. You know, he's on that. And
there was one that Casey did.
Oh,
I was so glad when Tommy took my okay. See, they love you, honey. When Casey did the one with the shipping. He did a video where a guy was selling on eBay, but he was shipping media mail, everything in media mail, and he got busted, and like it was crazy. And I remember watching that one. I was like, ooh, somebody in trouble.
Yeah, so I still watch them. I just don't watch them like I used to. In the beginning, I was like, oh my God, this guy is a reselling god. And but
oh, he said it wasn't any one person in particular. Casey just snapped at me twice in comments. Like, that's all. He does have knowledge. You need to tell them so they know. He did that to Tommy too.
Yeah, he did.
And then like a week later, mysteriously, what Tommy had asked a question about, and it was just a simple question. And Tommy was told that he was being lazy and da 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 da. Okay. And then the next thing you know, a week later, here comes this tool, and it was exactly
it was about Cellhound. And this was years ago. A couple of years, 2-3 years ago.
Yeah.
But I just went in there, and before all this cross posting stuff came out, I asked him, there should be a platform or so. I just said it in this chat that somebody should write a program where you can create a listing and launch it onto multiple platforms. And he was like, that's just laziness. You're being lazy. If you don't want to do the work, you shouldn't be a reseller. You just have to cross post yourself. You know, don't be lazy. And then a week later, he has Cellhound on, which is exactly what they do, endorsing their platform.
Yeah, it was very crazy.
It pissed me off. And then I tried to call him out on it, and he wouldn't respond.
No, he wouldn't.
You know, I messaged him. On Facebook, I emailed, and he wouldn't respond.
Good morning, Moronic Past. Welcome. I think I said that right? That's how you say that?
What? Moronic Past?
Yeah, okay.
Good morning.
I know that's your YouTube channel, but it just feels weird when I say it. Does it make sense? I know that's their YouTube channel name, but it just feels really weird when I say the name. Moronic Pest. It just sounds weird. I feel like I'm being disrespectful.
Yeah. But the cool thing that came out of Cellhound, actually, where's my dog?
Oh yeah. We love Cellhound.
Yeah, we met the whole Cellhound crew at Ecom Chicago.
Hung out with them. We won the trip. Yeah,
we won tickets to Ecom Chicago. We won the trip from Cellhound.
Yep.
So we were there. We got pictures on our Facebook and stuff with all of them, and then
they're awesome. And you still talk to her.
Yeah, and then I got my Cellhound, my little Cellhound puppy dog, Beanie Puppy, that's got all their
names and signatures and stuff. Yeah.
Alicia's signature and Tom Check, Suzanne Wells, not Suzanne Wells. Forgot her last name. So, but that was cool. We got a trip out of the deal, and
right. Good morning, Ed. That sounds so much better.
We got to sit there in the evenings after the convention by the fire pit and drink cocktails with them and shit. So
yeah,
that was pretty cool. And I think Cellhound's an awesome platform. I personally don't use it because I'm not at the point to where I can't do the work myself yet, where I'm going to pay somebody else to do it. I do imagine me getting to a point like that, and then I think Cellhound would be quite valuable. What about Reezy?
You tell your opinion, I'll tell mine.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't really watch Reezy because I don't like. He just, it's like he's trying to have that thug look, and I just don't care for people like that. Whether he's got good info or bad info, I couldn't say because I don't I don't really watch him enough to know. I know that there was big battles between him and Casey. I really don't know enough about him.
So I used to follow him. I really liked him. And then he switched over to, like Tommy said, the way he looked. But then his mouth. Now, I can handle swearing. I can handle joking around. I just couldn't handle. So I had to unfollow him because every post, like my phone would blow up every 5-10 minutes. And there was nothing but every other word was swearing. And I couldn't do that. So, and then with the kids, you know, it wasn't appropriate. So I ended up unfollowing, but you know, to the people that follow him, and he does have good information, he just swears a lot.
Well,
and
his information can't be that good
it was at the beginning.
if he's doing DoorDash and Instacart to make ends meet. And then I see Tommy said the same reason that couldn't afford cab fare at the last reseller rally. Well, yeah, I don't know. I haven't watched a ton of him, but obviously, I mean, he was saying that he was making just thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars, which, like I say, obviously that's bullshit.
I mean,
you're
at the very
struggling.
beginning, I thought he had really good information because it was just what he was saying was things that you would tell me before you started doing eBay and stuff like that. So, I mean, and then his mouth just kind of got too much. I mean, you swear, but not every other word is the F word, you know? So unless you're really mad, but you don't do that on YouTube. You don't do that on social platforms.
And Lisa's right, but on occasion you can get an interesting tip or two from these shills sometimes. Yeah. And exactly. And I listen, like I say, I listen to a lot of YouTube, and a lot of it I've heard over and over. A lot of it I disagree with, but every once in a while I'll hear a little piece or nugget of something that I'll further investigate that I wouldn't have known if I didn't listen to these people.
No, because not every other word is the F word.
What?
No Money Jesus hates me then. No, I don't.
Just like food, not every YouTube. You're right, exactly.
And that is 100% okay.
And there's a lot of YouTubers out there too that I watch on a regular basis, but a lot of times I'll start watching, and well, just what they're saying or their topic don't interest me at the time, so I go somewhere else. You know, it's not always going to be a perfect show. I'm not always going to agree with everybody. And I'm not going to down talk them because I don't agree with their view of it or whatever. I just go elsewhere.
I have watched G's videos. Maybe I'm just so used to it that I don't realize that.
Kidding.
You do curse.
Woosa, woosa. Wow, see you.
Woosa. But it's not like the
I'm
other
an expert and have been reselling for like 33 years, so take any advice given with a grain of salt, and that should apply to anyone you watch.
Amen.
Absolutely.
Amen.
And that's why, you know, I try to be informative but I'll never tell people, hey, my way is the way. If you do this, it's going to work for you, because it very well may not. And I can't even guarantee myself that I'm doing the best thing. I'm just doing what
works for you.
What I know and the knowledge that I have is working best for me at the time. I'm sure there's way better ways and things that I could improve a lot upon, and one would be listing.
Yeah, hint. This was clean at one time, and then they reopened Goodwill.
Yeah,
He got his death piles.
Crap everywhere.
Yep, he got his death piles almost to zero. There was only a few more things he had to do, and then they reopened here And
yeah, and that's why it says I got to stop that good bullshit, because with this pile that's sitting over here, like I say, there's probably 15 things to list there that'll make me the same 160 that Roto-Rooter will make me, that I'm investing $20 on, and there's only one trip. Okay, let's see. What am I missing here? No expert. He drops the F-bomb a lot.
I guess I'm just used to it that it doesn't faze me. But when it's every other word, that's when I can't. I've watched them all at at different points in my reselling journey.
Me too. I started out like I say with Casey and Reagan Profit.
Bonafide Hustler.
Bonafide. I still like Bonafide. Lindy Glenn. Yep. I still watch Lindy Glenn from time to time. There was a period of time I started out watching Lindy Glenn, and there was a period of time that I faded away from her, and now I'm kind of going back into watching her a little bit more because I like what she's doing now. You know.
Who's the one guy that changed his name that I didn't like at first because I thought he was arrogant, and then I started watching him with him after he changed his name?
Chris.
Yeah.
Daily Refinement used to be 10K on the base. She never liked him, not because his info was bad, not because he was misleading, not because he was trying to sell or anything. She just didn't like his voice irritated her for some reason, or the way he talked, or whatever.
I think it had to do with the name, and then how he was talking when he first started. Now, since he changed his name and he's calmed down a lot, I actually enjoy watching him. But at first I thought he was very arrogant. I thought he was very just, what's the word I'm looking for without being...
He wasn't arrogant, though. I don't think he was arrogant. I think he was educated, and he felt confident in what he was saying.
Okay, well, to me, it sounded arrogant. But now, I mean, that was at the very beginning. But now I can watch him and have no issues. To me, he seems like he's calmed down. He's been, just a completely different person than from when I first watched him.
Tommy says, I find it odd how many reselling gurus have to get side jobs right now in a time when online sales are at an all-time high.
Here's your sign.
There you go. Exactly. No money. I don't even know I'm doing it that much until I watch. All he's talking about is cussing. Yeah, it happens. Can we go? Where to go? There it is. Can we go to bars and restaurants in Wisconsin? Yes, we can. We can go anywhere we want. I guess in Milwaukee, they're going through a battle there. I don't know really what that status is, but yeah, it was like once the Supreme Court ruling went down a few weeks ago, shit was open that night.
Yeah, bars were open within minutes of the ruling going into effect, and our rights were given back to us.
Yeah, I mean,
the Supreme Court of Wisconsin.
There's a few stores and there's a few restaurants that are choosing to still stay closed or limit their customer base or whatever. But for the most part, everything's wide open.
Yep. Good morning, Craig. Man, check picker in the house.
All this says that's your last count stash for. Yeah, and I'm glad I had a lot of that stash because it got me through. Where everybody was like, we can't source and we don't, we need product. And I was like, boy, I got enough to keep me busy.
Right.
And it did. It carried me through.
Yeah,
because I had so much.
Peddling Profit said, no such thing as death piles, profit piles. That's usually what I call them, but then I get yelled at. No, they're death piles. I'm like, no, they're money piles.
I know, Mac, reselling content was a big help when I first started. It helped me focus on what I needed to research for myself. Now I want to stick a pencil in my ear.
Sometimes too much. Exactly. There's so much drama, and
there is a lot of drama, Lisa. But I love reselling, so I research everything. And yeah, me too.
Yeah.
And there is, and I know that I watch a lot of Gary Vee, Gary Vee, he labels the reselling, YouTube reselling, what would you call it, community or whatever, is one of the most drama filled communities on YouTube. There's more drama in the reselling community than most of the other categories.
Yeah, there's a
but a lot of resellers want to get out here and they want to battle and they want to contradict what somebody else is saying, and they want to be the king on the throne, and it's like, it's stupid. It is dumb. Some of my faves don't make videos anymore. It's like they all give it all they can give. Crazy Picker Life comes to mind. I don't know who that is, Crazy Picker Life. I do know that I was very happy to see Golden Finger Picker come back. Oh, see, there you go. You got somebody that's there with you. Chris annoys me.
He doesn't anymore, but when he first started, very much so. And now it is completely different.
What up, Greg? I was talking about you earlier.
Uh-huh.
And if you want to know if it was good or bad, you got to go back and watch. I'm not going to tell you what it was.
That's the key, Lisa. Most new people.
Dang it. I hate this.
Okay, that's the key, Lisa. Most new people take anything that is said on a microphone as gospel. It's sad people can't even see through it. Exactly. And then the behind the stuff is crazy. You don't even have to do anything to get brought down and treated like crap.
Jennifer says, no, I watched True Crime Channel 2. More drama there than in the reselling community.
Really? I like true crime stuff.
I don't know. It just seems like there's so much. I hear so much behind the scenes drama in the reselling community. It's like every day I hear something new that's going on with this person or that person. And it's just like, wow, everybody says that they're here to help and they want to share their knowledge, but then they want to
block anybody who's...
argue and fight behind the scenes and
or delete your stuff when all you're doing is sharing.
Yeah, I don't get it. But
that's a bad picture.
But it is what it is. I mean, I used to let YouTube get to me, and I used to get mad and I was probably part of some drama and shit. Maybe it causes some, maybe the resolution of something. But now I'm like, whatever. I'm just gonna get on there and talk me. I don't care what this guy's doing. I don't care what that girl's doing. It's just.
Oh, and whatever. Thank you to the 2 that gave us the thumbs down. We still love you. Just saying. Because we're bringing out drama.
There we go. Greg says, I'm not saying it's right. This have for years. Don't waste time. I just do you and F what everyone else thinks or what everyone else does. Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly.
Mark Press says, Golden Finger Picker and Crazy Picker Life are from the same early years of YouTube. He specialized in cameras and collectibles. It really gave sage advice. Big family homeschools. Do these still have videos up? Is their channel still up? I might have to go check, see if they still got anything.
Right. Hater taters. And the thing is no matter before the lives start, we always have at least 1 thumbs down. And thank you for taking the time to do that, because it still shows that you love us.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not going to give me a thumbs up, but you at least take the time to give a thumbs down, I still appreciate that you took the time. And they had to come in here to do it, so they still came in here to view, which helps. So I appreciate it all.
Highlight Lisa C's comment.
That was Rockstar Easy.
Okay, so Tommy Bernard says, or Tommy B says, Anderson, the drama is jealousy over the ones that succeed in YouTube. The lazy resellers want to be big on YouTube, and because they can't, they find trolls, or they become trolls and drama starters. It's a group of people. Yes, it is. Very much so. And when you break away from that group, they make things very nasty.
Yep, bro, Bob behind it.
Behind the scenes stuff is terrible going out of it. Only
own competition is yourself.
Yep, exactly.
And that's what I try to do. I mean, I used to compare myself to other people in the beginning. I was like, well, wow, if they can do it, I can do it. And why am I not, growing as fast? And I'm not talking about YouTube. I'm talking about reselling. I honestly could care less about growing on YouTube. I get out here socially. But as far as reselling, I used to be like, wow, how can these sell so much and I'm not selling that much? Then I found out that a lot of them that were throwing up all these numbers were full of shit.
The numbers didn't make sense at all.
So then that helped me with that. But now instead of like trying, even people that I do know and they're producing real numbers, it was damaging for me to compare myself and question why ain't I able to do what they're doing. Situations are different. I compare myself to myself on a quarterly basis. As long as every quarter my numbers are improving, then I'm content. If there was a period where you were dropping off and I got really down on myself and was like, hey, don't be down on myself. Turn that shit around.
There were many a times where Tommy said, I'm done. I'm not doing it.
I have to go potty.
Okay, go.
You're going to go
I'm going to go tell your secret then.
Everybody can see my bright orange shorts.
Right? There were many times where Tommy wanted to give up and throw in the towel, and I wouldn't let him. I'm like, it's okay. You're going to have downtime. Let's just bring it back up. And that's what he did. There was many, many times where he's just like, I'm just going to go get a regular job. I'm going to go get a regular job. And I wouldn't let him because I know this is what he's good at. This is what he does. And he's got this. So sometimes you just have to be encouraging, very much encouraging at home. Spouses of resellers. I know a lot of people don't have that, but for me personally, I want to be able to encourage him, and when he's feeling down and wanting to give up, I won't let him. So, but I dropped the link if anybody wants to join me. He went to the bathroom, so now I'm all by myself. And good morning to everybody, or good morning still to everybody who just recently joined us and hasn't said hello yet, but hello, much love. Thank you for being here. They literally sit around all day and night on YouTube and thumbs down. Oh, I wanted to finish reading this. The lazy resellers want to be big on YouTube because they can't. Oh, I read that one. This one's the one I wanted to read. As in, they literally sit around all day and night on YouTube and thumbs down and troll chats of others because they have failed so miserably at life they can't handle others' success. It's hilarious. Yeah, it is. Or they talk crap. Has anyone seen Heavy Breather? Saw him on one of Scott's The Bearded Picker show a good while back. I don't know who that is. Also haven't seen Duncan Hines Picker. Isn't Duncan Hines ketchup?
Huh?
Okay, I'm confused.
No, Duncan Hines?
I thought, isn't that a ketchup?
Oh, Duncan Hines is like it's in the cake section. You buy Duncan Hines cake mix and shit.
Oh, well, Craig was asking if we've seen Heavy Breathers or Duncan Hines.
No, I haven't even heard of either one of those.
No. It happens to all of us to some degree. I can't read the rest of that. You just have to push through it. I know that's the easy answer, but it's what you have to do. Exactly.
Push through it.
We were talking about Tommy B's
Oh, right orange.
cake mix. Oh, see, okay, that's. Oh, so somebody did a troll account with cake mix. Well, we know what they like to.
All right. I'll have to check into that crazy picker life. Even if they're older videos, still can be very useful.
Key lime masters. Craig, are you Duncan Hines? Somebody likes cake, that's for sure. He's like, nope. All right, now it's my turn to go potty. I don't have bright orange shorts on.
Oh.
Sorry.
So I don't know, what is it, 10:15?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, we've been running an hour and a half. I think we're going to shut it down anyways.
Okay, well then I can.
Because we got to run the Goodwill before everybody buys that shit.
Yeah. All right, then I'll just have to go potty when we're done.
Yes.
Okay. Much love, everybody.
Yep.
Thank you for joining.
Thanks for joining us on this beautiful Friday day. I hope everybody has a great weekend. I know we're going to do some cooking out, some fishing. Probably not as much work as we should do. I got a boat to work on.
I have a live tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central Time on my channel.
I got to clean the garage so I can get the cycle out.
Yep. Get the motorcycle out. That'll be fun with the GoPro. Put it on while we go for rides.
I got a lawnmower to work. I got a lot of shit to do this weekend, and none of it's really eBay.
No.
But I'll do something to keep it active.
Right.
But yeah, everybody have a wonderful Friday. And I don't know. I'm feeling like a couple cocktails, so we might even do a surprise happy hour. Tommy, are you live tonight? Wait for that answer.
Well, I'll see most of you tomorrow. Hopefully all of you tomorrow on my channel at 11 a.m. Central Time. Otherwise, we will see you all back on Monday right here on this channel.
Same bad channel. Same bargain channel.
Yeah, the bargain effect. Happy hour, yay. See, everybody likes the happy hour. You better not get tired.
No, we'll do it. How does she say it? At old lady time.
Early.
If we're going to do it. If we're going to do it, we'll do it
early.
I can't do late night happy hours, man. I can if I start early, but I can't start late because I'm too tired.
Yeah.
But I was waiting for Tommy to tell me if him and Tracy are live tonight or not.
Right.
Because then what I'd probably do is go on before them. If not, then it wouldn't matter.
Yeah, I'm on my 22nd episode tomorrow.
All right. Well, he's not going to answer. He can send me a message later. All right, you guys, take care. We're out. I'm actually going to hit the broadcast button this time.
Much love.